everybody, I found a couple more chicken wing recipes and I thought instead of just cooking them, I'll cook them with you in case they turn out good. Because I have this habit of I'll cook something, turns out perfect, and then when I go to do it again it's not. So hopefully first time will be good. First one we're doing, it's sweet sticky chicken. It sounds like it's going to be quite spicy because it's the sauce that they put onto Korean chicken wings, but I don't want to do all the deep frying bit and all that. So what are we going to do? We're going to just do the sauce and put that directly onto the wings. Right, so I've got a bowl here and we need 1 teaspoon of English mustard. This is just Aldi's. So 1 teaspoon of English mustard, and then everything else is in tablespoons. So I'm going to do, it says 2 tablespoons of chili paste. It had a funny name because it was the Korean one, but I have this one in the cupboard, Lidl's. I think I got it for 99p when I did buy it. Oh. Right. Oh, that does smell spicy. Sorry, it's off screen, isn't it? Right, so we're going to go 2 tablespoons of that one. Just need to put the lid back on. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. I've got the Tiger one. Oh, I'm used to the tiny hole where it just, you got to shake it to get it out. That's a bit more than 2. But I've got quite a few wings to cover, so it should be fine. Then it's 3 tablespoons of honey or maple syrup. I do have maple syrup, but it's not open yet, but the honey is, so I'm just going to do honey. So that's 1. 2. And 3. And then 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I've actually used the dessert spoon for the honey. Brown sugar. It just said brown, so I don't know if it means light brown, dark brown. I can't get the sugar pot open. 1 second. Right, so 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. And then it also says 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, which is something I also don't have. So I'm just going to use distilled vinegar, that type, the white one. And then we're just going to hope this works. I think they showed it being heated up in a wok and then tipped over the cooked chickens, but like I said, I'm not going to deep fry anything. So that is our first sauce, the sticky sweet one. I'm just going to sort of like pour it over. And then we can brush it in a second, try and get it everywhere. I don't know if I should turn them halfway and then coat more. I'll just pour it. At least then the bottom should sit into the sauce. Then just sort of try and cover it with the brush a bit. There is a little bit of oil in this pan because I wanted to make sure they wouldn't stick to the bottom. Right, so those will be going in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Because the main thing I'm trying to do is get ahead of the Christmas buffet food. Because if I cook them now, when it comes to Christmas, it'll just be reheating rather than worrying about whether they're going to be raw on the inside or anything like that. Right, and the next recipe is just I saw tandoori chicken, but I've got korma paste here, and instead of yogurt I'm just going to mix in some coconut milk and hope for the best. Right. Yeah, the coconut milk looks awful when you buy them because I'm going to have to, 1 second, I'm going to have to tip it out and stir it. Right, I've managed to get it to blend up a little bit. So I'm going to do 2 great big scoops of, that's almost half a jar. How to get some of this creamy, oh, it does look disgusting, doesn't it? I'm just going to try and dilute the curry paste a bit. Would have been easier if I had yogurt, but I opened it. It's still in date for 2 days, but it just smelled like grass to me, so right, that should be enough to coat the wings. And then the same with the last one, I'm just gonna sort of like pour it over the wings. So it's really not a very good camera angle for you. Because if you're trying to do this as well, I would probably marinate it before doing it this way. Just stick it all in a bag and then tip it in the baking tray. Now I've just got to find another brush. Got another one, nice and clean. I'm just going to try and smear it around a bit. I'm sure the lumps of coconut should hopefully sort of blend in. But I'm also worried about cooking with yogurt, because it's not something I tend to do. Right, and I'll turn them halfway through, but hopefully that will go all nice and firm. and I'll put this in the oven as well for 30 to 35 minutes. Probably about 200 for mine because my oven's a little bit dodgy. And I'll show you what they look like. Hello, I've taken them out of the oven. I don't know if it's the way I tipped all the sauce on, but there's a lot of oil come out this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on a plate so they look a little bit more presentable. Right, I'm back. I've put them on plates. I think they look a little bit more presentable now. But I will just be putting these into the silver takeaway dishes you get, into the freezer, and then we can just use them for buffet food. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video, which I'm thinking is going to be cakes or biscuits, because that's what I fancy eating. Bye bye. Love you.